What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Food Stamps once again, and today I'm bringing you something a little different. It's story time, and the last story I told about my drinking and driving that got some pretty good reviews from you guys. You guys enjoyed it, so I was thinking about a story all week that I could tell you guys, and I was thinking about the first time I got drunk. But I know there's a lot of my viewers are younger and they can't really relate to it, so I was gonna stick to something else, something a little different. And this is a story that gets laughs all the time. Every time I tell this story, everybody's like, "What? You lying? What?" And no, I'm not lying about this story, man. This is real. And when I was younger, I was very defensive when I told people, and they laughed at it. It's one of those freak accidents that I know a lot of people get into, and some people get into car accidents, and they whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know that saying? That's pretty much what it was. And I'm older now, and it is a funny story, man. How many people can say they got kicked in the head by a horse? And that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Getting kicked in the head by a horse. How many people do you know got kicked in the head by a horse? Not too many. So at the time, I was friends with this kid in I think it was grade 6. So I was best friends with this guy, and actually right now he's not alive. He hung himself in high school because he had some problems in his life that he couldn't really deal with. And that's not the story, but that's the way it went for him. So yeah. So I was best friends with this guy in grade 6, and I wasn't really into like the rodeo scene, like cowboys and riding horses and stuff. But he was into it and he wanted me to go, so I was best friends with him, and I was like, hell yeah. And not to mention, they have really good food at rodeos. I just remember that when you're younger, when you're like grade 6 when this happened, grade 5 maybe, grade 5 or 6, yeah. So when there's candy galore and you can just munch on all the candy you could get your hands on, hell yeah, you're gonna have a good time. And I think I had about 5 or 6 sticks of cotton candy, and those things are pure sugar. So I was running around literally just like a maniac. Like my eyes were peeled back. I'm running around with this stick of cotton candy, 2 at a time sometimes, and I'm just going nuts. My mouth is like blue from this cotton candy. So I was just going crazy with this sugar high that I was just on. And they announced over the intercom that they're going to be doing a giveaway, and if you guys look up, they said, look up above, there's a plane coming by, follow the plane and you're going to get coupons or something. I was freaking. I'm like, coupons? What? Coupons, man. Like, coupons? Really? Food stamps? But you know me, food stamps, coupons equals good time. Anyways, so I'm freaking out. Free stuff, I'm thinking, and they're just coupons. But I was on such a sugar high. I was going for it, and I was chasing this plane, and I was right below it, and they let these coupons out from this plane above this field. And you got to picture this. So there's this huge field, and there's all these horses tied up in this field that are getting ready to go into the rodeo, or they've already been in, and they're just kind of tied up eating food, and they see this mass swarm of people running into the field. There's probably about 150 kids and teenagers running into this field because they're throwing coupons out of this plane. And I was like, what? Because I seen all these horses, but I was just crazy running after these coupons. And so everybody's running to the middle, and I catch this one coupon, this huge coupon. I think it was like a gold color coupon, and I see it out of my eye, and I'm like, that's my coupon. And it starts like doing these barrel rolls. You know how like when paper's falling, you see it spinning, and it starts going in crazy direction. So I'm trying to follow this, and I'm going back and forth, and it starts going off to the right near this horse, but I don't really notice the horse, and I don't really think anything of it because it's just kind of standing still, like munching on some grass, like just thinking, what the hell is going on here? And I guess I got too close to the horse because before I knew it, I woke up in this like ambulance, and I was like, what the hell happened, right? And he's like, man, you just got kicked in the head by a horse. And I'm like, what? And they checked me out, and they thought it was all good. And at that time, I had a lot of swelling going on my head where I got kicked in the head. But the thing is, I didn't get kicked directly in the head. I got kicked in the arm, and it skimmed up and kicked me in the head. Because if I would have got kicked directly in the head, I think I would have been dead, which would have sucked. But that's life, I guess, But so I woke up in this ambulance, and the ambulance driver was like, yeah, man, you got kicked in the head by a horse. But he checked me out and said I was all good. But I started throwing up the whole way home, and when I got home, the family I was with, they said, "Oh, he's just sick. Don't worry about him. He's just sick. He's not feeling too well." And you know, a week later, I was sitting in class and I was playing with like my head because it was kind of like itchy and stuff. And I started pressing my head in, and the swelling started going down, and it started like making this indent in my head. And I went home the next day or after school, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, check this out. I can push stuff in, you know, my head in." And my mom's like freaking out. She's like, "We're going to the doctor right now. We're going to the doctor. That's not normal." I'm like, "Okay, okay." And it turned out that I actually had a huge skull fracture, and you know, like, my mom was so mad at this family for not telling them what happened that they just totally became non-friends anymore. They were really good friends, and I ended up having to go get head surgery from this, and they cut out a piece of my skull, and they had to reshape it, so it was like major head surgery from this, and but no, nothing bad came out of it. You know, no brain damage, no nothing. Maybe no brain damage. You never know, because if you know me, you know, I'll get a little crazy, but I think that's just my personality. But you never know. You could attribute that to maybe getting kicked in the head by a horse. I hope you guys like this story, and it was a crazy story, and everybody laughs when they hear the title, "Getting Kicked in the Head by a Horse." So, thank you guys for watching, and tell me, would you guys like to hear the first time I got drunk? Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'm out of here.
Your work is appreciated. Well done.